Hey everyone, welcome to the last day of my MandyPlans10k series. Today I have a Q&A plan with me for you. I'll be using a watercolor mermaid kit from Pink Paper Plain as well as this watercolor kit from Weft and Olive. Since I'll be answering questions, I won't explain so much what I'm doing. If you have any questions about where the stickers are from or what happened, what I'm doing in the plan with me, please leave it in the comments and I'll be sure to get back to you there. So I have quite a few questions. I don't know if I'll be able to get through them all. If I don't, I'll answer some in the upcoming plan with me's. But let's just get started. I'm going to start with the YouTube questions. Oh yeah, if I get any repeat questions, I'll just skip them for the sake of time and stuff. But my first question is from Alana. What's your most essential stickers? My most essential stickers would probably be the icons, like the cutout ones. I use those the most, and those are definitely my favorite as well. The next question is for Malia. When did you find out about planning? So I stumbled upon DuFore or Jen Plan's Instagram about a year and a half ago, and I was drawn to her perfect handwriting. I thought the way that she planned was so functional. I fell in love with the morning, day, night section and layout of the Erin Condren, but I didn't actually purchase my planner until I watched Elle Fowler's video where she showed all of her stickers and the way she uses her Erin Condren. Sorry, I didn't put my phone on sleep mode just in case I get any more questions on Instagram. But the next question is similar, and Angelina asks, how old were you when you started planning? What year in school did you really get into planning? So I would always get planners while I was in school, but I would only use them for about 1 or 2 weeks before I stopped. I didn't start consistently planning until I got my Erin Condren and stickers, and that was in my 3rd year of college. Rika asks, what are my favorite washi tapes in my collection and favorite types of stickers to use? My favorite washi tapes would probably be all the floral ones. Georgina asks, how do you use your planner/planning style to stay on top of schoolwork? I'm about to go over to the US to study for a few months, and I hear the workload is mega compared to here in the UK. So the nice thing about having a planner is I'm always thinking ahead now about my plans and what due dates I have, even though I plan daily. What I find really helps is using a monthly calendar in my school planner and putting down all the assignments and tests, midterms, quizzes, everything that I have that I know is due, so I can tell when I have busier weeks and I can plan my time out accordingly. Miranda asks, what are your suggestions and tips for planner beginners? I'm just starting to order stickers and create spreads, and I'd love any tips. So what I would recommend is trying out different types of layouts to see which one works better for you, whether it's having 3 different sections in your planner for 3 different areas in your life, or if it's scheduling your day from morning to night like I do. Experimentation is probably the best way to go for that. Tater Tot asks, what are my top 5 favorite Etsy shops or planner sticker shops? I've gotten this question so many times, so I'll just quickly answer it for you now off the top of my head. 1, Planneresque. Oh, this is in no particular order, by the way. Planneresque, Once More with Love, Little Miss Paperie, Sweet Kawaii Design, and Chrissy & Designs. Another question Tater Tot asks me is, what is my favorite planner pen? Probably the Staedtler Trip Plus Fineliner. By the way, I'm so sorry if you can hear the lawnmowers in the background. Xdemir asks, if you could only use/buy stickers from one Etsy store, which store would you choose? That is a really tough question. I would probably choose a store that has both cute icons as well as cute kits. So a store like Planneresque or the Coffee Monsterz Co, where she has gorgeous kits and adorable emojis. That's the kind of shop that I would probably choose. I don't know if I would be able to choose one though, so sorry. Marielle asks, what inspired you to start planning? For me, it's not so much a what, but a who, and Jen DuFore is the one who inspired me to start planning. She also asked, do you think you'll possibly expand your Etsy shop? You know, before I started my Etsy shop for the glitter headers, I said that I wouldn't be expanding it, but I absolutely love printing, cutting, and packaging your orders and sending them out to you guys. I love it when you guys tag me in your posts when you receive them. So I might add a couple things here and there if I get around to designing them and if I think they're good enough to sell. But as for a full-blown shop with like kits and everything, I don't think I would do that because I don't love designing. I just don't think it's for me, but I do love packaging your orders and sending them out to you guys. Amber asks, have you always been a plan as you go person or did you start off using another style? So I have always been a plan-as-you-go person from the beginning. My style of planning hasn't changed too much from when I first started, but when I started, that term wasn't coined yet, of course. I think Cindy from Lom and Letters is the one who started calling it plan as I go or plan as you go. For the most part, I've always been a daily planner. If you look back at my oldest plan with me's, before I started filming daily, you'll see that I only set up my week with the events that I knew were happening. Charlotte asks, have you ever thought about planning on a happy planner or ever considered buying the happy planner stickers from Michaels? So my sweet friend E actually sent me a happy planner in one of her racks to me, her amazing racks to me, and I've dabbled in it, but I've never done a full weekly spread in it before. I would definitely consider doing a spread in there. I know I've gotten a few requests for a spread in the happy planner. Unfortunately, I left it in San Diego, so it'll have to wait until the fall. As for the happy planner stickers from Michaels, I haven't gotten a close look at them yet, but I do know that a lot of people use them and they're really cute. So if I happen upon some happy planner stickers when I'm in Michaels and they're on sale, I would definitely check it out and see if I like them. Gabriella asks, would you ever post a non-planner related video? If so, what kind of video? I would definitely try out vlogs. I love vlogging. I think they're so fun and I love watching them myself. I have done a few vlogs before, but not too many, and I would love to get back to it at some point. Samantha asks, could you do a washi collection video in the future? Yeah, absolutely. Natasha asks, do you find you have to constantly stock up on stickers or do you buy more new ones because they're pretty? I definitely do not have to stock up on any more stickers, and I buy them purely because they're gorgeous, they're cute, and I just can't resist. Helen from the Coffee Monsterz Co asks, if you were trapped on an island, what 3 planner materials would you bring? I would bring my planner. I don't know if that counts as one or not, but if it doesn't, I'd bring stickers, washi, and pens. Shay from Peel Pandemonium asks, what refill do you use for your PenGems? I use the Pilot High-Tech C gel ink in 0.4 millimeters. You can get it on the PenGems website. Shoba asks, have you ever calculated how much you spent on planner stickers? I have not done that since about 3 months into planning. I calculated all of my sticker purchases and I never did it again. Another Rachel asks, do you have any recommendations for affordable school stickers? The first shop that comes into my mind when I think of affordable stickers is Libby & Co, and I do know that she has some school stickers as well. She also asks, sticker must-have / essentials for beginning planning. I'm just going to go with what I know. My first ever sticker purchase was from Sweet Kawaii Design. I have used her stickers in pretty much every spread since, so I highly recommend her shop. Miss Ace88 asks, what do you do with your leftover stickers? I try to use them in my personal size planner or my school planner. Sarah asks, where is a Tired Coffee Girl sticker on Saturday from? Oh, that's from my plan with me. She is from Pink Paper Plain. Ariana asks, what is your favorite season to plan in? Spring, summer, fall, or winter? I'd have to say either spring or summer, probably summer because of all the pretty florals, the bright colors, and the beach, mermaid, and fruity spreads. She also asks if I ever feel pressured or stressed maintaining my social media. I definitely do when I don't post after a few days or a few weeks without notice. People start to wonder where I am, or when I do something like this MandyPlans10k series where I do a video every day, and that is kind of a deadline that I put on myself. But I also set that expectation for you guys. So then I do feel some stress and pressure to get my content out there. But otherwise, I absolutely love doing this. So I don't feel too stressed about it unless there's something that I post that a lot of people aren't happy with or something like that. Then I do get some anxiety and stuff from that. Crescent Gaia asks, how/why did you start doing plan as I go versus the normal type of planning out the entire week? And this is something I've wanted to address for a while. I know that plan as you go has been trending lately. The reason I daily plan is that it works best for me as a student. My plans are very dynamic throughout the week. I have different due dates, different lectures, different midterms every week. my weeks are never usually the same. Also, I never know how long an assignment is going to take me. For example, my programming assignments can take me anywhere from 10 to 30 hours. I won't know until I start doing it. Same thing with my homework assignments, which can take 5 to 10 hours, depends on the homework. Sometimes my professor doesn't give me the next due date until the previous assignment is due. Essentially, I don't have a set routine, which is why daily planning works well for me. Jessica from Mrs. Mom Next Door asks, how did your planning style evolve? So my planning style hasn't changed too much from when I started planning, but I would say that I started using a lot more kits in the past year or so versus in the beginning where I would match my stickers to a washi tape. Kelly asks, how do you do your financial budgeting? I've gotten several questions along these lines as well, like how do you afford stickers when you're a college student? Do you have to make any sacrifices to afford the stickers that you purchase? And I have to say that finance is an incredibly personal thing. Of course, everybody is in a different financial situation. Everybody has a different amount of disposable income. But there are some universal ways that everybody could save money. For example, I try to purchase only when I have a coupon code or when a shop has a promotion. It sucks to wait sometimes, but it's totally worth it. Also, I have cut back on my grocery expenses. I try not to spend money on junk food and stuff like that, things I don't really need, and a bonus for that is that it actually helps with my diet, so that's good. I also try to eat out a lot less, maybe 1 or 2 times a week when I'm in school. Of course, now that I'm at home, I don't eat out at all during the week, which is kind of nice. Over the past 2 years or so, I spent a lot less money on clothes and makeup as well. Once in a while, I'll try to do a controlled spend or a no spend, but most likely a controlled spend where I limit myself to 1 purchase a week. For me, personally, as a student, I don't have that many expenses. I don't own a car. I'm only buying groceries for myself. Once in a while, I'll get some money from YouTube, and pretty much all of that goes to my planner expenses. And that's all I'm really going to say about finance and budgeting and stuff like that. So those are all of the questions from YouTube. I'm going to move on to Instagram now. The first question I have is, do you keep organized? I'm not quite sure what that means, but aside from my planner, I'm kind of a messy person. It's not that I like to be messy, but I just have a lot of clutter. I need to do some serious decluttering in my life. The next question is from Guadalupe M. Garcia. Will you ever do the boyfriend tag with Josh? I would love to do that. I think it'd be hilarious. If he's up for it, then definitely. That is, of course, if you guys are interested as well. Holly asks, what is your opinion on horizontal planners? The horizontal layout doesn't work for me at all, so generally I don't prefer it, but I do love how it looks in the personal size. So if I were to ever try it, I would try it in the personal size because I think it looks so cute. My girl Caitlin from Kate Plans asks, when are you coming back to NOLA? Well, actually, I believe Delta Sigma Pi, which is the business fraternity that I'm in, is hosting a convention in New Orleans next year, so I might go back for that. Tamashi Melon asks, your least and favorite part about planning? My favorite part about planning is using stickers to create something so beautiful and functional at the same time and seeing all of my spreads come together. My least favorite part is probably how dependent I've gotten on my paper planner. Like, I won't do something until I write it down, which is terrible, but it's like terrible but good at the same time. It means I'm using my planner functionally and for what it's meant for. But in a way, it's also limiting because I tend to procrastinate until I've already planned out my day. Nia from Little Lime Lights asks, how would you describe your planning style in 5 words or less? You can't use plan as I go either for 4 of the words. I would use the term creative and functional planning. She also asks, we all know you're a coffee fiend, but how do you take it? So I generally prefer a rounder flavor for coffee. I don't like fruity or acidic coffees. Once in a while, if the coffee is really good, I'll drink it black, but in general, I drink it with a little bit of soy milk. Also, I prefer to grind fresh beans for both my coffee and my cold brew. Adiane asks, Other than planning, what do you like to do for fun? Well, I used to be a gym rat, but I haven't done that in a while. Hopefully I'll get back to it soon though. I really like to go shopping and occasionally I'll blog, especially when I'm home and Josh is here to be my photographer. She also asks, what's your go-to drink at Starbucks? I usually get a venti iced coffee with soy unsweetened. If I feel like treating myself, I'll get a grande iced latte with a pump of toffee nut or an iced caramel macchiato half sweetened. KJF.454 asks, how do you create glitter textures and what program do you use? I bought my glitter textures as digital papers and from there I customize the color and I use Photoshop as well as the Silhouette program. TPlans2 asks, if you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go? There are several places that I would like to travel to, including Europe and Asia, but lately I've been really wanting to go to Australia and New Zealand. Heather asks, what school do you attend? I've never come across a college that does quarters. I attend UC San Diego. Most of the UC system, with the exception of UC Berkeley, is on the quarter system. Rebecca asks, what major are you in school and what do you want to be when you grow up? I am a computer science major and I hope to be a software engineer one day. CC_Rettler asks, favorite spread you've done? Right now I'm thinking that it's the spread where I use the Celebrate kit from FromBrainsToBeauty Co. Unfortunately, I didn't film a plan with me on that one, which I totally regret. Taylor.plans01 asks, what is your advice for planning while in college? Find a planning style that really works with your schedule. T-Law Plans asks, best advice for juniors in high school. Junior year is definitely the toughest year in high school. It's the year where you have to do your SATs, you're taking several AP classes, you have sports, all kinds of extracurricular activities. My best advice is to get enough sleep. I'm totally kidding, but at the same time, not really, because sleep is really important. I would say my best advice is to figure out where your priorities lie. Once you do that, you can schedule your time a lot better and more effectively. For example, for me, my first priority would of course be my health and my family. Then it would be academics, extracurriculars, friends, etc. Don't overwhelm yourself or overschedule yourself. I believe the quotation is, you can do anything but not everything. And just have faith, if you're doing the best you can, that everything will work out. You have your whole life ahead of you. Let me know if you have any specific questions that you'd like me to answer. Next, Planner Flamingo asks, how is it being in a long distance relationship and how do you make it work? So, starting out, it was really difficult, but Josh and I are pretty much used to it by now. Josh and I started doing long distance fairly early in our relationship, so I'd say the biggest difficulty we had was with trust. Trust, of course, takes time to build in a relationship, so it's important to keep an open line of communication, especially when you're doing long distance. So we use the Couple app to communicate. It comes with these adorable characters or emojis, you can call it, and it has saved Josh on multiple occasions. It's probably saved me on multiple occasions too, if we're being honest. We check in with each other multiple times a day, ask how each other is doing. If we have an event, we make sure to let each other know. And Josh drives down to visit me fairly often, which is incredibly sweet of him. So we're at that point now that we don't need to talk to each other as often. We trust each other completely and it works out. So the next question is from Faith A. How did you choose your career field? Computers, right? Also, do you work since you're in college or just like to focus on school for the most part? So I was originally a human biology major, but I changed my major to computer science after talking to several people who were in the field. When I was a bio major, there was a lot of competition, but in the computer science field, there's a lot of camaraderie. There's more opportunity for me to work in an environment that I like, which is a smaller, more intimate, casual environment. And I think the field itself is quite fascinating. I mean, look at how much we've created from zeros and ones, you know? So it's pretty interesting. Milky.pastels asks, will you ever host a Bay Area planner meetup? I'd totally go. I would love to do that, but I have absolutely no experience in hosting events like that. Also, I don't know if I have a big enough following where several people would be interested, so maybe in the future. Emma_plans94 asks, for your planning, how long does it take you each night? I've thought about doing a plan-as-you-go style, but I'm worried about not having enough time. It generally takes me about 5 to 10 minutes per day, so not long at all. Ti.A asks, have you ever had a sticker purchase regret? Example, impulse buying a sticker sheet that you never use. I've definitely had sticker purchase regrets. In fact, I have a whole pile of stickers that I don't use. A lot of it was from the beginning when I just started planning and I would eye a good sale and purchase stickers even though I didn't necessarily love it. Now that I've seen and tried out so many shops, I'm a little bit more picky about what stickers I choose to buy. Erica asks, how's your Etsy shop experience so far? Is it a lot to handle? I'd say it's been pretty good so far. I was definitely overwhelmed a bit last week with all of the orders from opening and having issues I didn't foresee. For example, my blade breaking like 5 times and I had to get a few replacements. But I think it's all a learning curve, and once you work out the kinks, it's a lot easier to manage. Of course, I only have one item in my shop. For those shops who are constantly coming out with new releases, who have tons of product already in their shop and who have several orders, I give mad props to them because I don't think I could handle it. V asks, how do you plan out what kits you are using each week? I usually think about what season we're in, what colors are in the Erin Condren, and what I feel like, and from there I just choose a kit and go with it. KCamus95 asks, would you consider doing decluttering giveaways for stickers you no longer use or haven't used? Yeah, definitely. Camille asks, how do you have enough time to plan every night? Well, it takes 5 to 10 minutes, which is not long at all, so I don't find it difficult to do it right before bed or in the morning. Luz Loves Love asks, my question is more of a request. Could you do a no Etsy sticker spread? I don't know if I could do that. I mean, I definitely could, but it'll be just like a pen spread because I don't have that many stickers that aren't from Etsy. But if you're interested, I could definitely do it as a challenge or something. She also asked if I can do a washi collection video. I can definitely do that. Plannerholic Studio asks, what do you use your monthly notes pages in your Erin Condren for? And also, how do you make your spreads so pretty? I recently converted to planning as I go. So right now I'm not using the monthly notes for anything. I did use it once for making a packing list for when I moved from San Diego to home, and I'll probably make another one from when I move from home back to San Diego. As for how I make my spreads pretty, I just use pretty stickers. Wishes, Dreams, and Plans asks, how did you meet Josh? How long have you guys been together? I met Josh when I was pledging for Delta Sigma Pi, but we didn't start dating until after I crossed. We've been together for just over 2.5 years. She also asks, is your twin sister into planning? I did buy her an Erin Condren and stickers. She uses it loosely, but not every week. Morning Muffin Plans asks, can you show us your lighting setup? I love how bright your pictures are. So basically, I have one studio light to my left and another one to my right, and I just take my pictures in the center. May asks, I'm starting university in September, and I was wondering, what is your #1 organization tip for uni? I'd say read The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up and Declutter Your Life. It's a lot easier to be productive and motivated when you have a clean and functional living space. Melissa asks, what kind of camera/lens do you use to film? I use a Canon T5i with the kit lens. Randy's Realm asks, what's your favorite type of Plan With Me? I really like Emily and Rachelle's Plan With Me's where they do white space planning and they don't speed anything up. I love hearing their thought process and hearing what goes on throughout their week and stuff like that. She also asks, how do you organize the specific homework tasks you need to do each day during the school year, aside from marking down a general time set aside from homework? I make a very specific to-do list in my school planner. Like, I will write down the number of the problem as one of the tasks on my to-do list. Gina asks, where do you get most of your washi? I'm trying to grow my collection. I get most of mine from Etsy, Michaels, Target, and I've gotten some from AliExpress, but only twice, I think. Deanne asks, what does Josh think about your sticker collection when it first began compared to now? I just asked Josh's question today, and he said, "It's massive." Amy asks, "Can you film Plan With Me's forever? I will film it as long as you guys are interested." Gretch asks, "Can we be pen pals? Real question." Unfortunately, I'm not looking for any pen pals at the moment, so sorry about that. Disney Daisy asks, "Do you plan the day of before your day begins, or do you add stickers after the day's events have happened?" I, for the most part, plan my day before it happens. If I don't know what's going on or if I have some extra room in my planner, then I'll fill it in with the day's events after it's happened. Plan with Leisha asks, "Will you at any point just stop buying stickers for a while so that you can get through what you have? Because I'm sure you have a ton." Well, I've been trying that for the past 2 months to no avail. Sticks to It asks, "What makes you want to try out new stores versus ordering from the same bigger/established stores on Etsy?" I'll try out a newer shop if I absolutely fall in love with the designs, if the designs are unique and you can't get them anywhere else, or if a friend recommends it to me. And the last question I have is from Jamie. She asks, "Before using an Erin Condren, were you just a lister or did you still like visuals?" I was basically just a lister. I wrote to-do lists all the time. But now having cute stickers definitely motivates me and compels me to be more productive. So that's all I have for this Q&A Plan With Me. Thank you everyone for all of your questions. I hope you enjoyed getting to know a little bit more about me. I just wanted to take a moment to say thank you for all of your support through my MandyPlans10k series. And I'm really sad that it's coming to an end, but for sure there will be more in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.